All right, good afternoon and welcome back to our channel Prince's Seat. We thank the Lord once again for bringing us right into this moment. God has been so faithful. In everything, we can always have reasons to give thanks to God. Today being the 28th of November 2025, we understand that the time we are living in currently, there comes a time in the life of a nation when change does not really appear through the expected doors. Deliverance does not come from politics, it doesn't come from power, but it comes through the people who are sent with purposes. And I personally believe that in every generation, God raises voices that will carry responsibilities, a kind of leaders whose existence is not by accident, and we can really know that their existence is by the existential power of God, and it's a divine assignment for them, leaders of rescue, and they are never products of imaginations or wishful thinking. I see them as being born as a call to rise up and defend the cause for which they were meant to take. And currently, in this present struggle, in this waiting period that is filled with a lot of tension and so much uncertainties, many people have come to recognize that the leadership of the Grand Community Decide movement did not actually emerge from ambition or a kind of self-motivated design. They were sent. They were sent. They were sent not by man. They were not sent by politics, not by influence. They were sent by God Himself to execute a rescue mission. A mission for the poor masses of this country. And of course, the journey has not been smooth. It has carried a lot of storms, criticisms, temptations, and some strategic interferences. Yet, we are still standing today, and we are still moving. We are still bright within the shadows. We've had some whispers and also observed some movements that are orchestrated to block the long-awaited disbursement. Reports actually indicated that certain forces attempted to use two major stakeholders to frustrate, to delay, or to suffocate some progress that we ought to have. And plans were allegedly made. Traps were set, of course. But every of the effort actually failed. They failed. And so the mission was aborted because God is not a spectator in this process. No matter how long darkness fights, light would always win. So just when obstacles seemed to rise like mountains before the people, something surprising took shape. Awareness began to grow. Voices began to unite. The tweeting began with a lot of force. It carries so much venomous power. You know, people who once felt so powerless, we felt so powerless at some point, like everybody was just yielding to the pressure. We don't know how it's going to take, but we're just taking matters as it comes. We felt so much unable to perform. But at some point, we finally discovered that our voices mattered. And then the digital space became a battlefield, not of anger, but a battlefield for there to be an accountability. What a lot of people once dismissed as mere tweeting, it was a kind of just a dismissal, like, what is it going to produce? It's not going to emerge to anything. It finally became a record. Today it became a tool and a witness. And it documents history in real time, that what had never happened or taken place is really adding pressure to the management without violence. It keeps attention alive without chaos. And every post that came out It also came out right even on my Facebook page, the Princess Seats TV. It came out right there, and that alone, I saw the way people actually shared it, even from that page alone. It keeps attention alive. The authorities now understand that there is a memory. Every post stood up like a stone that was carved into public memory. And the authorities now understand that decisions can be hidden cannot be hidden under the shadows anymore like it used to be, where they just flip it across board and say, well, they can't do anything about it. The world currently is watching through the digital eyes. And like I said before, see, it is not placed on hold. A lot of people have been saying, well, the GCDM had taken bribe. The GCDM had finally, it kind of complied with them. And no. Far be it. Far be it. We must acknowledge that the delays currently does not mean, or let me say the pause currently does not mean termination. There's no termination anywhere. That mission has come to stay. So what is on hold currently is not dead. What is paused is not cancelled. No. The disbursement is still alive, and that action is still very much alive too. It's very much active. What I can say is that currently we are undergoing observation. We are undergoing some compliance checks because a time has been given for some of the stakeholders to come and speak. Speak about the money that you claim is in your coffers. Speak about the money that is a promise that's been made. The stakeholders' accountability should be in vogue. Some had come, Apostle Ken had come to clarify himself. But some stakeholders are still hyping and all that. They've not said anything. It was alleged that funds were in their custody, though a lot of them come out and say there's nothing like that. But some have not come forward to declare or to submit reports. That is the stage where we are right now. Until they do, the system will not move freely. Because God's own mission demands a lot of transparency. Heaven does not sponsor confusion. Liberation must come with order. And that is why this stage of waiting is not a punishment for us. It's not abandonment. It's not. It is a refining moment. Let me call it a phase of sorting. It's like a sorting phase. A phase of purifying. A phase of verification. A phase of exposure. And that's where it is currently. So this is the observation season. It's not abandonment season. No. And in this season, we must not be discouraged. We must not panic. We must not conclude that all hope is gone. No, it's not going anywhere. In fact, we are going nowhere. When I say we're going nowhere, some people misconstrue that. What I mean is that we are not leaving any stone unturned, but we are going somewhere. But we are not leaving any stone unturned. We must stay alert. We must remain vocal. We must stay in prayers. We must stay united together in indestructible oneness. So we must match the truth currently, the truth of today. We must match it with the divine calling that is placed upon Reverend Moses from Abuja and the committee, the Grant Community Decide movement. It is clearly clear that those that are leading the GCDM are working under divine instruction. With where matters are going, their shoulders carry that responsibility not by human will, but by heaven's command to lead a nation into the current economic restoration. Is not a small mantle. It's not at all. To stand for the masses against the system engineered delay is not a casual task. It's not a casual. So he is standing between the heavens and the deep blue sea. And to refuse manipulation and this financial temptation which could have possibly been presented to him to shut up. I think it's a proof that both him and his men were chosen. They were not recruited. They were actually chosen. And they were chosen for this cause. I want to believe that there might have been some attempts some attempts to infiltrate their decisions, attempts to kind of influence their directions, and to buy loyalty and turn purpose upside down with this man. Knowing what we are dealing with, Nigeria is still Nigeria. Nigeria is still Nigeria. And this might definitely come with a bit. That's why we have a lot of people that were even called spiritual men in the past that have sold their consciences. I don't want to start mentioning their names right now, but they passed through this ecosystem and they were spiritual leaders. And today they are gone. I pray that Reverend Moses' case will never be like that. He started well. May he end this fight well. Yes. Both him and the committee, they can be bought. If they are not spiritually inclined, they can be swayed. They can be dragged from this divine path if they don't maintain that focal point and stand in this divine assignment. They could be swayed. But like those who carry true calling, as at this moment they have not fallen and they will never fall. By God's grace, they will never fall into the gimmicks or fall into the pranks or fall into any attempt to manipulate their future or their vision. Their spirit did not bend. Their loyalty was not for sale. Their assignment is bigger than personal comfort. They know they are standing as vessels for the poor masses. All the downtrodden, the forgotten, the wearied, the crying, the waiting. This is the time that they need them. And so, for this reason, we declare so boldly that their rescue mission will not fail. Their leadership is not going to break by God's special grace. Their vision will not be hijacked because the one who sent them does not abandon his warriors. No. I've never seen God abandon his warriors. And just as God raised Moses in the Bible to carry his people out of Egypt, so also has he at this time raised Reverend Moses and the Grand Community Decide mission team to carry Nigeria towards this financial rescue and liberation. This parallel is no coincidence. It's no coincidence at all. It is a prophecy in motion. The promised land may not be seen immediately. The journey may cross deserts. The journey may cross roads. It may test faith. But I believe that the destination remains certain. It will not fail. It remains certain. And this is why prayer becomes our greatest resolve and responsibility now, much more than ever. We must pray for protection. We must pray for protection and guidance over these leaders. We must pray for strength for them. We must pray for wisdom for them. We must pray for divine direction for them. We must pray that no plan of darkness will prevail against them. We must also pray that their health will remain firm and their courage will remain very strong, and they have this high spirit that will remain unbroken all through this entire struggle, because the liberation of millions rests in their stability on their shoulders and not just in personal thought. The light of God is currently shining over their plans, over them already, guiding, covering, empowering them, and that light is not going to dim by God's special grace. It's growing brighter, it's growing stronger, it's growing unstoppable, and the poor masses are standing at the edge of this transformation. And though currently the cloud may look a little bit thick today, the sunrise is very near. We will continue the tweet. If we find any kind of cacophony play, the tweet will come up again. We must continue to watch. We must continue to believe. We must continue to pray. Victory is built through consistencies. This movement is not built on one man. No. It is built on a divine assignment, and it is powered by prayer, strengthened by unity, and protected by God. A lot of millions are watching us. When God sends deliverers, resistances would only prove how powerful that mission is. Yes, any form of resistance would only form a kind of a powerful vision behind sin that God has for that purpose. If you don't forget, when Pharaoh delayed the release of God's people, it did not kill prophecy. It only magnified the miracle that followed. So I want you to stand firm. Hold your faith. We will yet tweet if we sense any kind of cacophony or anomaly play. So keep believing. Nigeria will enter a new chapter, not by human negotiation, but by the will of God. Reverend Moses and his committee were born for this assignment. They were chosen to operate openly for this pathwalk. They were anointed to break the cycles of this poverty by leading this focus. They were sent for such a time as this, and by God's special grace, the masses will reach the promised land of abundance. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, the wicked will not succeed over us. They will never thwart our calling. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Thank you very much. This is Prince's Seat, and for the masses, we will always stand. We will not jeopardize the desires of the masses for anything. We will stand true and stand tall until this miracle becomes a blessed one. Thank you very much. I wish you a very wonderful day, and so God bless you. Have a nice day.